they were wizards, but they slit your gizzards too. They plundered arcane mysteries, and all their foes did wail. Beware lest ye encounter a mighty Mage of Sail.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Bonjour! It is I, Patrick McNamara of Dog Food Studios, your best friend and the only person who truly understands you. We're gathered here today to play Mage of Sail, a swashbuckling game of magic and mystery based on Mage the Ascension. But only based on. So if I get anything wrong, no, I didn't. It's always nice when that line gets someone again. I'm joined by some of my friends, Lidija Piper, Holly Conrad, and lovely Dabe Alan. Tabitha Sheehan couldn't join us, but we're hoping she'll be back next time. And when I say next time, I mean the next shoot, because we do tend to do like 2 or 3 of these. So like she won't be back in the next one, but she'll probably be in the one after that. So just set your expectation. When we were last united as wizards and friends, we had created a spectacular party in the last good pub in Badtown. Liga was high on an exciting new drug called Muse.
It was a great time.
Yeah. And I would say that Aura kind of peer pressured her a little bit, or certainly dealt with the violence side of that equation in stealing the drug.
I mean, it was for the greater good.
Yeah. Yeah, we've reached the fucking up people at drug deals stage of Mage of Sail. And
bodies under tarps phase.
there was a body under a tarp outside the pub.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, he's a little CTE. He'll be fine. He'll wake up and think he's back in the womb.
Sure.
And then just kind of have to find his way out.
The blue cold womb. Yeah.
He'll be born fresh with a new conscious, and maybe he's probably still going to be addicted to that.
He loves it. Can't get enough.
Yeah, he's definitely not getting better.
But
unless we make a cure. True. Well, that's the plan. Which I might do now that I know I can remake it. Mm-hmm. Well, you're gonna have to because now you're addicted.
Congrats.
I'm not addicted. Okay.
Well, that was the thing we discovered from Mary at the end was like, oh yeah, it's pretty addictive stuff.
Yeah. You think you're addicted.
You didn't see the look in Lydia's eyes.
Yeah.
I'm not addicted. You're addicted.
Okay.
And just before we left, Big Terry had come up to you, Wilhelm, and announced that he wants to learn to fight. And that was where we left off.
That's right.
So he's very excited. He's been talking to it with Big Paul. He's looking a lot better now. Like his bruises are starting to fade. He's walking better. Like he's still, I think, holding some pain, but he's dealing with it. And he says, "Yeah, Wilhelm, I found out about this place called the Badtown Calisthenics Society, where you can like train and like get strong, and I want to be ready so I can fight people if they try and do karate at me. But at the moment I can't because I don't know any karate. Does this all make sense?"
It sure does, and I think Wilhelm puts his arm around Big Terry's shoulder.
Yeah. It's a kind of like a this.
Yeah. Like that. Although am I huge?
Yeah, you're still huge, but he's
taller.
You're huge. You're about as big as a human can get. He's a little bigger than a human can get.
Yeah, he's like a bear human. Ish. And I think I'd like to walk out front of the venue so we can speak.
So he's just babbling at you, and he's talking about all these different things that he wants to do. Like, I've heard calisthenics are really good, and I heard there's a guy there, he's called Iron Brian, and he'll teach you to lift weights and stuff, so I can use my strength, because I'm quite strong. I'm actually quite a big fellow, but no one realizes it because I have a soft voice.
So Terry did say that the reason he wants to is because he just doesn't know karate.
Yeah.
He's afraid of karate happening to him.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. I want to let Wilhelm says to Terry, I can teach you this. I can help you if you want.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I thought you could come with me to the Calisthenics Society so I don't get bullied. They'll see me that I'm with someone who's like really huge and strong, and they'll be just like, he must be a cool guy. He's with like the biggest guy here, so let's like not be shitty to him. And then I can learn all the calisthenics and stuff, and we can do that on the ship because I've decided I'm going to join the crew. I'm going to be a pirate, and I'm going to be like a karate pilot who's really good at calisthenics and
weights.
weights as well. Like we can do all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I'll.
We don't have to go now, obviously. Everyone's high on drugs, but like tomorrow.
Yeah. I would love to go with you. I'd love to check out this establishment and see how. I want to make sure they're teaching you the best stuff.
Oh yeah, thanks, Wilhelm. Thanks. I'm really sorry about the time my mum tried to kill you. Like, we never really talked about it, but like, I was worried that you wouldn't. But it's fine. Yeah, you don't seem to hate me, so that's fine.
Besides that one encounter, your family has been nothing but incredible to all of us, and we are all thankful for that.
Well,
so of course, I will go with you to learn karate.
All right. Well, I'll come and find you tomorrow, and we can go and check this place out.
Sounds great.
So, does anyone have anything else that they would like to do at the party, or would you like to just party on until you retire for the night in your new rooms at the Good Pub?
Yeah, I'm just going to party on until we retire.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you do spot using your etheric senses is that some of the life has started to sweep back into this node.
Oh, good.
Even this small performance has just created something new. But there is also, as you see the various kind of colors, most colors of which don't exist in the visible spectrum, you do notice that there is a vein of gold running through the node now.
Do I think that that's like normal for the island, or is that?
It's tough to say, but it could be part of the fact that this was a corrupted performance slightly.
Right.
Not saying that you don't have the talent normally to entrance a room full of people with your amazing dancing.
Of course.
Well, I'm still high, so I'm 100%. I'm 100%. I'm like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, after this, I kind of realize I'm like, I have to watch her closer because she's so young. It's unfortunate.
You don't know that? I told you I was 99.
I didn't say that out loud. Like, stop reading my mind. You're like reading my mind on drugs. I'm like, get out.
So you guys party to your satisfaction and then head to your rooms at the Good Pub, at which point you are immediately annoyed that the party is still going on.
Oh, of course.
Well, can I suckle off? Like,
Didn't expect that verb.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the action that you're supposed to do at a node? Like,
I think you could say maybe you tap it.
Like magic.
Yeah. But, suckle works as well.
Like the gathering, not...
Yeah. Yeah, you want to suckle on that node?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So that is a... what does it look like when Liga does this? Like, what's her...
Great question.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear.
What does her spell look like? Her effect,
oh yeah,
sorry.
this is on the stage though in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
So you can wait until tomorrow if you want.
I mean,
That can be the first thing we do tomorrow.
Yeah, never mind. I don't want
Licking the ethereal or whatever.
Licking the... Okay, that's the name of the episode.
Licking the ethereal.
Licking the ethereal.
I want to watch a 90-year-old woman or anyone actually do that.
Lick the ethereal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So you guys get a decent night's sleep despite the carousing downstairs. As I say, immediately you turn into old people as soon as you lie down. You're like, I can't believe these people are so fucking noisy.
Right, yeah.
Absolute animals. But you all manage to get a decent night's sleep. Liga, you wake up the next day and head downstairs, and where you see Thomason bounce. And she says, "Oh, great stuff yesterday. Like, really, really great dance. I really appreciated that. I wasn't expecting it. And you guys did so much great stuff. I really think that... So, I really think that I have a new plan now. I'm not going to sell it to Flesh Pharmaceuticals anymore."
How do I feel?
You feel pretty hungover, yeah.
All right.
You also feel like you've got this sense that it's a terrible sense to have. It's the sense that you have where you feel like you haven't had an idea for a really long time.
Ugh. Oh, that's a terrible feeling.
Even though it's only been, 12 hours or something like that since you last gave a spectacular dance that impressed everyone. You've got that sense, and you want to chase it. You want to have that feeling of being able to think of incredible ideas again. It's not completely overpowering yet. You don't feel like you need to have an idea. You're already wistful about the time that you were in that flow state.
I am covering as much of my face as possible so that I can't see any light, or you just essentially can see the ground and like the feet of whoever I'm talking to.
Like Kenny from South Park when he gets scared. Just
I'm just like, coffee.
Oh my god.
Okay, Thomason makes you a coffee, and she's very good at her job and realizes that no more talking is required on her part. So, what does your effect look like when you decide to suckle at this node?
I hate those words.
It wasn't me. I didn't introduce that.
You would have.
It's true.
It's true, I would have, yeah.
Okay, let's say that my method is essentially taking out like a little fire and a teapot, and essentially like brewing a pot of tea where the node is.
Okay, excellent. So you kind of like infusing the tea with quintessence. So let's do that. So that is a prime roll. So that is going to be 6 dice, and you only have to beat a difficulty of 1 in order to get some. That will get you 1 point of quintessence. You can get more by adding paradox dice or getting more successes.
3.
3 successes. Okay, so you get 3 points of quintessence from that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the corrupted nodes. I'm good.
Okay.
I don't.
Should I make it a different color for the corrupted node?
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
You're all right for now.
For now.
For now. I say it's a very small amount of corruption to it. It's nothing crazy. It's just one performance, but there's just a little golden vein that you can spot in it when you see it.
Noted.
Okay, the rest of you get up. Do you guys have any other particular plans that you'd like to do? Wilhelm, are you going to bring everyone to the calisthenics, or are you just going to go on your own?
I wake up, and I imagine Big Terry is already ready.
Yes, he's super ready.
Yeah, he's been ready for a couple hours, and I wake up pretty early, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of head check around. We slept in the inn.
Yeah.
And
It's probably nice.
where's the rest of the crew?
So
Do we go back to the ship?
a few of like the named crew members actually stayed in the inn as well.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Mostly anyone who was from the crew who wasn't, who doesn't have a name as an NPC, they tended to head back to the ship.
I want to say as I open my door to leave the room I'm in, Big Terry sees it. Like he's been waiting and watching.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I like check my phone in the morning, my dog is like, "Oh, we're up." Okay,
Exactly.
great.
Exactly. It's very much like a dog or an animal.
Yeah.
That it wants you to wake up.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, hi, Wilhelm. How you doing? I don't know if you remember, but we said we were going to go to the calisthenics today. So I thought we could have like a high protein breakfast."
So excited to hang out with you.
know.
And then going like, I don't know how big of a breakfast to have because
Kind
like
of sweet.
I don't want to feel bad when I'm doing the calisthenics, but like I also want to be like in the optimal stage to create muscle. So
Okay.
I'm quite excited about the calisthenics.
Yeah.
So I'll go down and I'll see what Thomason has to eat. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell her that we need a good meal, and it'll happen. It'll happen. I'll make it happen.
Okay.
And he kind of rushes off downstairs to talk to Thomason, where he's giving her a very kind of long list of requirements for it.
Make sure he says like protein.
Yeah, you hint the word macros.
Yeah, macros are very important.
Yeah.
I would like to wander down and kind of be around as I can hear him talking to Thomason. Is there anything that's out as far as like food wise?
Yeah, there's some.
I don't know if it's like a continental breakfast
Yeah,
kind of
it's
situation. Okay.
This breakfast is continental in nature. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty nice continental breakfast.
Yeah.
You have to say.
I want to say, if there is a spot where they might make you some eggs or anything,
Yeah.
and then there's a collection of eggs, I want to make sure I
Eat 5 dozen.
I make sure that I want to make sure that Big Terry's
yeah.
looking, and I'm gonna crack 2 into a cup, shoot it, and then crack 2 more and give it to him.
Okay.
Is
So
that
I
like a
say-
real thing?
We don't want to get you too carbo loaded before our big.
Is that a real thing?
yeah, people do
it's
that. They shouldn't do it, but they do.
It's a Rocky thing.
It's from Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know egg whites go in like beverages.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's maybe the worst way to eat an egg.
Yeah.
because
There's
it's
a high
gross.
chance for salmonella.
Yeah,
and it's not satisfying at all.
So it's gross. It might kill you, and the protein isn't like in a good place to be absorbed into your body. So,
But it's inspiring if you're a teenage man.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, yeah.
so I'm gonna
Very excited,
I
large
can't
teenage
explain it,
man.
but it worked for generations.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
roll
My constitution.
stamina plus resolve
Okay.
because I figure you can take
Yeah,
it.
I can
but
do
he's
it.
never
I've been
done
doing it
before.
for a while.
It's like you're watching a future champion. He just skulls it
Wow.
and just goes, "Great, that was the perfect amount of raw egg to eat. I feel energized."
I say you probably get at least 3 more reps out of that last set now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love reps. This is going to be great. And you see Dr. Elizabeth Splatt is also sitting nearby, kind of drinking a coffee, and she goes, "Oh, you chaps going on an adventure?" And Big Terry says, "Yeah, we're going to go and do calisthenics, and so that I can be better at karate." He goes, "Oh, that's great. I don't really have that much to add, but I hope you have a good time and don't get hurt, because as the ship's doctor, I would obviously then have to deal with that.
Fair enough.
So yeah, try and leave a little bit in the tank, right?"
Keep an eye on it.
Wilhelm, I just wanted to bring something up we never really spoke about. I recall back at the Flesh Mansion, where you, or the Fuppy Mansion rather, where you rescued me from the sinister Dr. Flesh. I just wanted to say that I at one point pretended to be your fiancé in order to lead you away from Vulgaria Flesh. And I feel like that was possibly an HR violation, and it may have been inappropriate. So I wanted to make it clear that as your physician, I would never make any kind of romantic overture towards you at all. Is that, not that you're not, quite lovely, you're extremely large, but it would be an ethical violation. So I just want you to know that I don't consider us to actually be engaged. And I wanted to say sorry for implying that to strangers. Okay, that's all. And then she kind of it looks like you're going to reply.
Yeah, exactly.
She says, okay. And then she literally
better.
just turns on her stool
Oh my god.
and faces the other way
I like that more.
and drinks deeply.
Okay, yeah.
I'm watching this really close,
Yeah.
feeding like a piece of croissant to Stephen.
Yeah.
I'm just like watching it and like, noted.
And Stephen says, well, Laura, I think so far our trip to New Romsey has been a terrible success. I mean, what else are we going to do while we're here?
Apparently go kill the sinister Dr. Flesh.
Oh, well, that's quite an ambitious plan.
Well, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to, what is it? Stargaze.
Stargaze.
Trying to think above and beyond, Stephen.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Why not grab hungrily for the stars?
Exactly. Maybe not that hungry. Nope. Maybe not like that. No, that's...
Well,
no, I just like shove the croissant into his mouth a little bit.
like that's enough out of you.
Or like Aladdin when they give it to
Stuff his mouth with crackers. I
Yeah.
should have done Iago for Stephen.
Oh my
Too long
God.
to rector on that one. Like, Aura, what the hell is going on here?
I mean, I guess he's a spirit. He can change however
He
he
can
wants.
change however he wants.
True.
I'm like, oh, I see that you're an asshole now. That's great.
I'm going to store Gilbert Gottfried for a future parrot.
Okay.
God.
And I've got to write a parrot in, I've promised. Never mind. People get mad if I don't write an extra parrot in now and he sounds like Gilbert Gottfried.
No,
This is what goes through my head all the time.
you don't have. No, you don't
No,
have to.
no one will care.
Listen, I forgot that I had a fake fiance for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Time does weird
it's
things
okay
to
if you don't make
Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried, but I want it now. So.
Yeah.
Because for you, it was only like a couple of weeks ago. But for Dabe, it was last year.
Yeah,
It was in February.
Yeah.
So we were at our old studio. So sometimes characters remind you of things that have happened in the
I
past.
really appreciate it every time.
So are you guys going to head to calisthenics with Wilhelm, or do you have other stuff that you would like to investigate? There is a whole city out there. If you would like to go and look at things,
Pretty sure I'm under a chair right now.
it's have you concluded your ritual? Which was, I'm just going to say that was coincidental because it just looked like you were making tea.
Yeah, making tea, and then I just sat in silence with my tea and my coffee.
Well, I need to keep an eye on her because I feel like that might be a problem.
Yeah.
You leave me alone. You don't have to.
So I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on her. Maybe just hurry back. Don't stay at calisthenics too long.
Absolutely.
Sure, we'll hit the morning class.
Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't go anywhere. We should probably wait here. But I also want to start investigating where we can find an entrance to the Dr. Flesh's disgusting factory.
We should go to the factory.
Right, but...
Yeah, Liga wants to go to the factory.
Oh, I see, yeah. I just got the implications.
I'm going to remind you that I have some still of the drugs.
Oh, yeah, I need that.
No, I'm trying to explain to you. I have some still, and I can give you a very small amount at timed intervals so that you may eventually not need it anymore.
No, I think I'm okay right now.
Yes,
I'm still,
okay.
like, because it's not, like, gnawing. It's, from what I understand, it's just, like, a low hum right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like,
I have
nice to
it just
some
in
more
case.
news. It's Moorish. It's like when someone gives you a single Jaffa cake.
I learned this term from Great British Bake Off.
I love Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cakes are extremely good. If someone gives you one,
It's a crime.
it's fucked up because you just get the taste for it. It's
Right.
very Moorish. It's like crack.
Yeah, I would eat a whole
Moorish
package
that
of
I had to
those.
look up.
Moorish?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I refuse to take any notes on the word Moorish because a couple of weeks ago I found out that Americans think the word catawampus exists.
Oh, but it does.
No, it doesn't. I lived here for 5 years. None of you fuckers ever said catawampus, and now everyone's pretending they say catawampus all the time.
I don't know what that means.
It means like skewed.
I've said that word.
Yeah.
Cattywampus?
Like if you're like falling over, it's cattywampus. That's it, not catawampus.
It's all cattywampus.
I'm
Yeah.
going to start putting this in.
I've said that word.
I thought it meant like a bunch of noise or something.
No, I think
No, it's caterwaul.
It's caterwaul. It sounds like it should do, but no, cattywampus means
It's like
skewed.
all skewed. Yeah, it's
Yes.
all cattywampus. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways.
so Wilhelm,
I'm huge, and I think I'd like to ask if Terry has any spare clothing because I don't want to look like I know what I'm doing.
oh, okay. So you don't want to go
wanna
there
wear
dressed as a
big
warrior
hoodie,
monk.
big sweatpants.
Okay,
and
absolutely.
you can't tell that I might have striations.
Yeah. So Big Terry gives you a pair of enormous sweatpants.
Great.
And like a vest.
Okay.
So
Just a vest. Can I get something to cover the arms up? You know.
I think you're so big it's going to be really hard. But
It's
you
big
like
Terry.
yeah. So you
If there's a tarp over here, I'll just pull that up.
yeah. You wear it as like a cape.
Oh, is he still down there?
So yeah, big
The guy, is he still under the tarp?
I don't know. You're gonna have to go and check. Big Terry also gives you a nice cardigan. He gives you
Okay, I'll take a cardigan.
sweatpants.
Perfect.
And then just a nice cardigan because he
Yeah.
seems like a cardigan kind of guy.
Yeah.
I agree. I can tell by his intonation in his voice.
And he goes, "Oh, right. Let's head off then. It's just a little walk down the road."
All right.
All right. So you head into the Bad Town and find the Bad Town Calisthenics
Okay, so this
Society.
is our first time into Bad Town?
Yes. So you've been in Bad Town the whole time.
Oh, I thought we were in Good Town. Okay. Good
No,
Town is
you're in
where
the last good pub in Bad Town.
Yeah.
Okay, and Good Town is where they make the drugs, or are they
Yes.
making a Bad Town?
They make. So you want to talk to Thomason before you leave, and she can give you some exposition.
Well, this is something that she told us.
Okay,
earlier
all right.
last-
So there is a factory is closer to Bad Town than it is to Good Town because it's gross.
Okay.
But most of the drugs distribution is done in Good Town.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we had that information.
Yeah.
I just wanted to reiterate.
So you head into the Bad Town Calisthenics Society, and as an experienced exercise enthusiast, you walk in, and immediately the smell of stale sweat and socks washes over you. You look around, and all of the equipment in this gym is just iron bars with iron plates on them.
Okay.
And there are people doing calisthenics. There's people kind of doing stuff on bars and things like that. But there is nothing here that looks even remotely fancy.
Okay.
It is all just iron and big men moving iron around. There are also some big women moving iron around, I should say. And it looks like in the sort of center, looking around at everyone as they're doing their lifting and giving encouragement, is a rather elderly man. He looks like he might be in his late 70s. very kind smile, and he's giving people encouragement. Mostly he's telling them more hips. So it seems like there's no amount of hips that will satisfy this man, because you're seeing people that seem to be really throwing their hips into things, and every time he's like, hips, and they go, yes, Brian. And he comes up to you and goes, oh, hello, did you all want to be new members, or?
I'm assuming I can't stop Terry from immediately just launching.
Terry says, hello, my name's Big Terry. Pleased to meet you. You must be Iron Brian. And Iron Brian says, yes, that's, and then he goes, yes, I'm here. I want to learn calisthenics and weight training and self-defense with my friend here who, can I say your name?
Sure.
His name's Wilhelm, and he's actually very large as well. And even though I'm large, I would like to learn to be like more effective in my use of my largeness, because I got beaten up a lot. And is that okay to do? Can we do that? And Brian kind of sits here and it goes on a lot longer than that. It goes on for about a full 5 minutes.
That was the shorthand version.
Yeah. And Brian sits there and goes, I see, yes. Well, there's only one rule here, is that you can't be one of Dr. Karate's Karate Island karate champion. And Big Terry actually, like, there's a little bit of trauma flashes over him when he hears that. And he goes, oh no, I'm not one of them. No, I don't. No, I'm not. No. And Brian sees this and he does a quick insight roll and he goes, okay, well, there's plenty of room to do calisthenics. There's weight training equipment over there. Let me know if you ever need to use it. And there's a space over there for self-defense training, because self-defense is very important. It helps you, it helps build your sense of character and a sense of self and confidence. And I think that would be great. So if your friend here, Wilhelm, would like to teach you, any kind of martial arts, preferably not fucking karate, you can do so over there. You, Mr. Wilhelm, let me know if you need anything, and all free today, but if you want to come back, then we'll have to talk about a membership. Only rules here is be respectful to everyone, put the equipment away when you're done using it, and don't be one of Dr. Karate's fucking goons. Anyway, have fun. Let me know if you need trouble finding anything or if you have any questions.
Okay. And I'm going to understand this is like an open gym kind of situation.
Yeah.
Not a class.
No.
Is that different from what Terry expected?
I think Terry wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But he seemed to think that he was maybe going to go ahead and like stand in a row with a lot of people and go, Ki-ai!
Yeah.
But it seems like it's a little bit more open plan. Everyone seems to be doing their own thing. But Iron Brian does tell you that he's willing to do a program for either if you like it. But he kind of he looks at you and says, I'll do a program for you if you want. But
I can't tell. I'm soft under here.
So yeah, what would you like to do in this gym?
I'll tell Terry that, all right, first thing first, we got to warm up. We've got to make sure we're loose. Mm-hmm. Do I want to ask how old Big Terry is? Does that even matter?
Big Terry's like, he's probably recently reached the age of majority. He's about 18.
Okay. So I say, all right, first things first. We don't want any injuries, so let's take care of our bodies. Let's stretch it out.
Okay, absolutely. And
yeah.
He stretches,
he's doing some
like
very weird stretches.
Yeah.
And then I hit the ones I know to, and I look at him and I say, pull this way.
Yeah.
And I try to guide that direction. And then I say, all right, Terry, do you want to do some weights first, or do you want to just learn some?
I want to learn some punching.
Some punching, okay.
So when a karate guy says ki-ai and then he kicks you really hard, what do?
You kick really hard and you shout ki-ai.
You kick him back and you say ki-ai?
Oh, if he does that to you?
Yeah, that was what they used to do at the karate champions. They would shout ki-ai and then they would kick me in the side.
Jesus.
How about we never say ki-ai here.
Oh, good.
We say ti for you, Terry.
Yeah. Awesome.
This is your power phrase.
T.I.
This is how you unlock your potential.
T.I.
Breathe in, hold, T.I.
T.I.
There you go. All right, lesson 1, done.
So go ahead and just give me a, I'm going to say it's charisma plus brawl
Okay.
to see how well you're doing. Like, sometimes it would be like potentially a leadership, but I think this is more of a brawl type situation.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
1.
So
It's not a 0.
he's a difficult student.
Like he mispronounces T.I.
He keeps forgetting to do his TI, and he's so excited about what he's going to do that he keeps trying to kind of skip ahead. So it's not really your fault, but he's having a little bit trouble getting started. But you're there for a few hours, and you kind of manage to make him. Eventually, he stops like wrapping his
thumb inside
the fist.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a big first start. You managed to get some pretty good press-ups out of him, which is difficult because he's so colossally huge that he's got a lot of weight to move around. And he seems like he's kind of getting it all right, but you can tell he's not cut out for fighting. He doesn't have a killer instinct. He's very worried about like hurting you if you kind of spar a little bit. But you start doing all right. And you're there actually for a few hours.
Okay.
And it's as you're kind of taking him through some more advanced steps, you think, or advanced for him anyway, like keeping the thumb out and throwing a punch and pivoting your hips a little bit. And whenever he pivots his hips, Iron Brian comes around and goes, "More hips!" And Terry goes, "More hips," and then, and it's a pretty lively place. There's a lot of people talking and joking and generally having fun. You get the feeling this is a little bit of a community center.
Are they, is anybody good?
Quite a few people are good, yeah.
Okay.
There's, it seems like there's some pretty experienced weightlifters in here. A lot of people teaching other people, and it definitely feels like a community space.
Good. That's a great vibe.
But as you're kind of getting ready to like maybe pack up, because Big Terry's absorbed as much information as he can,
For the day.
a hush falls through the room, and as you turn around, a kind of man about 6'2" and quite like stoutly built, with a long black ponytail,
Okay.
and he's wearing tinted shades, tinted glasses.
Never a good sign.
Walks in. He's also wearing a kimono.
Uh-oh.
I know who this is modeled after immediately.
Yeah.
We all know.
And he walks in and as soon as he walks in, Iron Brian says, "You can fuck off." And the man says, "What are you going to do about it?"
Even give him the voice.
Damn it.
And he just walks by and he just pushes him out of the way. And Iron Brian's kind of looks very lean for an older gentleman, but he's an older gentleman. This guy's just bigger than him. He just pushes him out of the way.
Oh, no.
Because you may be able to keep my boys from out of here, but there's no way you're going to be able to keep me. So I wouldn't even try.
And he walks straight up to the karate section, or the place where you have been teaching self-defense. And he says,
You, I haven't seen you here before. You're colossally large.
Thank you.
What's your name?
and Big Terry sees you pausing and he stops in it and he pauses in and he goes, "I'm Big Terry. Nice to meet you." And he puts his hand out and the man looks at him and immediately just discounts him as a human being and looks back at you and says,
I'm the mighty Dr. Karate. You may have heard of me. I'm the leader of the Karate Island Karate Champions. You have the look of a karate champion about you, a future karate champion, that is.
He's talking to me or Terry?
to you.
Okay.
He kind of looks at Terry a little bit like he reappraises him slightly. But then he looks back at you and goes,
I want to spar.
and he points at the circle.
Okay. Now, when Terry was in the karate zone,
Yeah.
karate was being done to him. Was it being done by
It was not being
a
done.
specific karate champion?
So it seemed like Terry did not recognize
Yeah,
the
I
mighty
was
Dr.
assuming that
Karate.
they
Yeah.
did.
So it doesn't seem like it's him that did it, but as soon as he hears the word Dr. Karate,
Yeah.
he steps back. Or he actually tries a little bit he tries to step forward and then he takes a step back and he tries to move so he's slightly behind you.
Yeah. Okay. I nod and walk over to the mat where the spar zone,
Okay.
where we're at.
And you get prepared. You're going to prepare to spar him. All right. So give me a strength plus brawl.
Okay.
And as you guys are fighting, or sparring, I should say.
Yeah.
Let me know how hard you
My
want to go.
strength right now
Is
is
5, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We enter the situation.
Yeah.
And we'll do like a small bow, not like a big crazy one or anything, but just like bow beforehand. And I want to see what he does and how I
Okay.
kind of perceive his just initial movements.
Sure. Okay. So he's going to roll. So here's the thing. He clearly is going too hard.
Yeah.
Immediately, he's someone who doesn't know how to spar. He's just starting a fight.
Yeah.
And he comes at you so hard, and you just move slightly,
Yeah.
and he nearly loses his balance and falls out of the sparring area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he turns back again and says, "Ki, just testing you. I see your reflexes are good. I rolled 4 skulls.
Oh my god.
I should warn you, stranger, that when I trained in Japan, my masters gave me their highest honor, that of the Baka Gaijin.
Watched enough of the internet since I was 14 to understand exactly what that means.
Exactly. I know exactly.
So,
I'd say,
He's a mall ninja.
yeah. I say that's quite the honor to even be in this ring with you.
and you guys are circling each other at this time.
And yeah, we do.
Yeah, and you start
Karate circle.
he's throwing a few little
Yeah.
feints and things in there. Goes, yeah, I trained in Japan under the great masters, achieved their highest rank. That was why I changed my name, to honor them. And that is why I am the Dr. Sensei Karate.
Oh God.
My friends call me Sensei. You can call me Dr. Karate.
I don't think he has friends.
You definitely get that vibe, yeah. Not many people call him Sensei.
I tell him that I've been hiding my power level,
Oh, yeah.
and that I
I'm sad we're missing
I
this.
too spent
know.
some time in Japan and trained under a sensei by the name of Goku.
Jesus.
Okay, if they've taken too long, can I just
You
like,
guys can head out
Yeah,
if you
they-
want to head
they're
out.
taking too
We can
long.
do cut back and forth.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
no.
If they go to speed of the actual Super Saiyan, then yes, we are.
Yeah, it's like starting to get dark. I'm like, where the fuck are they?
Yeah.
And so we just like
Yeah, guys can just head along to the Calisthenics
Yeah.
Society. It's easy
Yeah.
enough to find.
Yeah, and I'm just like seeing like a power level glow coming from there, and I'm like, not again.
Yeah, you see two guys clearly involved in some kind of like test of masculinity with each other.
Right. In an anime style.
So go ahead and roll again for the second round of combat.
Sure.
Because you guys are still going. So far, like no one's really landed a hit. But
Yeah,
he's
it seems-
embarrassingly tripped.
Yeah. I got 4.
You got 4 successes.
Yeah.
So as you start to spar, this round takes across over a few minutes. You start to realize that he is actually quite knowledgeable. Specifically, it seems like in traditional karate. But mostly he's using his physicality. He's trying to kind of push. You get the feeling he's used to pushing people out of the way, and it doesn't work terribly well against you because you're bigger than him.
Yeah.
And so neither of you really lands a hit. And he's like, I feel like you're holding back. Somehow. But you're truly skilled. This Goku you speak of, he must be a good instructor. Perhaps not as good as me, but who is? And this point you look over and you see that Aura and Liga have come in, and you're like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where he was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Big Terry comes over to the two of you and goes, Sorry, Aura and Liga. Me and Wilhelm came here to train, and that's that's the mighty Dr. Karate.
I was really hoping that these doctors weren't real people, and unfortunately, now they are. So
The mighty Dr. Karate definitely appears to be real.
but why were you so late? Have they been standing like this for 4 hours?
They've been doing this for about an hour, yeah.
Hurry up and kick his ass!
Yeah, do they need some like wrestling sidelines? Like, get them.
Oh, I already yelled.
Okay.
So if you give me a charisma plus leadership, you can try and inspire.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah, you do. I would have.
I have nothing in leadership, but I have charisma, so here you go. No successes.
No successes.
All right.
I walk in and I look very tired.
You go, kick his ass.
Like kick his ass or whatever. I'm so tired.
All right. Yeah.
Oh my god, we both.
No
They're
successes.
not inspiring at all.
Yeah, you actually, you can't even.
You distract
really
me a
hear
little
them.
bit.
Yeah, you distract them a tiny amount. Like,
Yeah.
So you look away for a second, and as you look away, he throws a sucker punch.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm hungover.
So let's do it the last
I'm
round.
babysitting.
So this last round begins with a sucker.
Yeah.
I'm hungover.
Success.
4 again.
4 again. So that's also the same amount that he got, which is extremely dramatic.
We are just
This is
purely
dramatically perfect. Yeah.
comment.
So you are. A lot of this is feints. A lot of this is kind of mind games. But you are not able to get an edge on him, and he's not able to get an edge on you.
The most boring fight for anyone to watch.
But so it's one of those fights
Yeah,
where
I've fallen asleep.
in the UFC they would say this is a technical battle,
Exactly.
Oh.
which means this is boring as
They are
fuck.
hugging each other
Yeah,
for 5 minutes at a time.
Technical battle between two technicians, but like to someone who knows martial arts, they can tell that the two of you are very good, and that's why you're not hitting each other.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And as you're doing that, he tries to hit you with that dirty shot,
Dirty shot.
and he's going to do an effect.
Oh.
No.
Oh, after he's done, I also have an effect I want to try.
Okay. And he manages to. So you're very aware of different like windows of timing and reflexes and timings to hit people. And he throws a counter punch with unbelievably perfect timing.
Wow.
It is exactly the right place, and he hits you right above your eye and steps you back. And it's the first significant hit you've taken. Mm-hmm. And it's probably going to leave a black eye, at which point he immediately stops, bows, and says, "Looks like I win this one."
What?
Do you have an effect you wanted to do? In this juncture, you can kind of jump in at any point you want to do that. But yeah, he immediately, as soon as he gets any kind of edge over you, he declares victory.
Okay. All right. Is an effect going to happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going
let's
to
see
wait,
the effect.
and then we'll talk about it.
I also laugh when he does that. I'm like, you're a chuckle.
I'm hungover and I want to get this show in a row. Also, not cool. Not cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mall ninja my friends.
What are they wearing?
I have a cardigan and sweatpants
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a kimono.
and long black hair
Yeah.
tied in a ponytail.
Tied in a ponytail.
He's wearing slacks too.
You don't know what he's wearing under the kimono.
Oh, like so the kimono is like full.
It's like full length, yeah. I should also say, like, he is extremely white.
I was just going to say, he's not Japanese, is he?
Yeah, there's two things you know about this guy, is that he's maybe the whitest person you've ever seen and the most divorced person you've
Oh
ever seen.
my god.
It's Steven Seagal. Just
Yeah,
it
it's
was,
Steven
it was
Seagal.
from the first word. It was Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
As soon as he's a black ponytail, it's over.
Yeah.
He's super white.
Are his ankles exposed?
Yes, you can see a really good bit of ankle.
Oh hell yeah.
And he's wearing like those I don't know what the word for them is, but like the wooden training shoes, essentially.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
This guy really loves Japan.
This is triggering to me.
Okay. I'm going to take out some of my herbs, essentially chew on them for a bit, put them in my hand where I just kind of make a position, take out a straw, and then try to like get as close as I can and blow it to hit the back of his ankle
Okay.
to damage his Achilles tendon.
Oh.
Okay. So that's a life effect you're doing, right?
Yes.
So you're trying to directly damage him using life.
Yeah. Well, like it's temporary, but
Yeah. So that is a 3rd level effect to harm someone. You need to get at least. I mean, this is 1 success, and this is also coincidental because no one knows what you're doing. So you need to get 3 successes total.
okay.
He does deserve it.
Yeah, to do this, to do one strong level of damage to his Achilles tendon.
Okay. Or actually,
I'm going to assume that you hit if you make this roll.
All right. I don't actually do it through a straw. It's like I walk past and I cough and I go, ugh.
Okay.
And I like throw the herbs to the back of his ankle. And it's only the life spheres, nothing else.
Yeah, just life.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a Arete plus survival, so it's 6 dice.
Oh, okay. All right. Can you share some of your dice?
Pre-measuring. 2?
2.
2 successes. Would you like to succeed at a cost? Or...
Yeah, let's succeed at a cost.
So the cost is he notices.
Ah, shit.
So he looks at you for just a second. He catches sight of you, and then you throw this, and you hit the back of his ankle, and immediately he goes, ah, and he falls backwards, like Tom Aspinall when he fought Curtis Blades. He just immediately falls backwards and goes, ah, damn it. And all of his kind of, his show of being very cool and calm and collected goes away, and he goes, fuck, ah. And Iron Brian immediately comes over and says, are you all right, Dr. Karate? Would you like us to bring you a wheelchair or anything?
Oh my god.
Do you need help? I can bring some of the young lads can help you back out to your carriage so you can, I don't know, potentially fuck off. And Dr. Karate goes, it seems our sparring will have to wait for another occasion, Mr. I never did get your name.
Thrillhelm.
Thrillhelm. Excellent. Well, I'll see you again, Mr. Thrillhelm. And he looks over at you, Liga, and says, and you, old woman, I'll see you too. And he kind of limps out of the room.
Oh, sweetheart, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry.
Oh. And he actually kind of, he pushes past you. He's someone who like uses his physicality a lot because he's a big fella. He likes to push past people and kind of bully them a little bit.
All right.
And Iron Brian says, I don't know what you did, but thanks very much. I cannot fucking stand that man, I have to say. But I mean, what am I going to do about it? It seems like even when we bring guys in who are extremely good at karate, he just suddenly he'll hit them with that perfect shot, and there's nothing that can be done. So, yes, I managed to keep his boys out who are all terrible at karate, but him himself, he does what he wants when he wants. So I must give you my appreciation, and I hope I'll see you all for training another time.
I'm sad that Terry saw me get hit in the face.
Yeah.
And I want to look over to him and what's he doing?
So he's trying to make himself look small as possible while Dr. Karate was in the room.
Oh.
And when he did see you get hit, he gasps audibly.
No.
But he comes over to you and goes, he cheated. I'm sure he cheated. He did something. There was something in the way that he was, there was something. He wasn't moving right. Wilhelm, he cheated. I'm sure he did. I'm sorry. I should have come and helped you and I could have attacked him from behind and held him there, and then you could have karate'd him.
Terry, you didn't need to. It was okay.
Okay.
We handled it. But I do think that there's something that I might have to discuss with the wizards here.
Oh, absolutely. I'll just go and you have wizard business. I'll go and have a protein shake.
Okay. How perceptive would I be to the entropy modifications of what he did?
What he did. So you've, being a Kashyana, you've seen a lot of different stuff. Mm-hmm. You can't tell exactly what he was doing, but you know that having a perfectly timed strike like that was something that your mentor, Wilhelm, was able to do.
Yes,
and that was
that's the only other time I've seen it happen. So that's why I was like, I didn't say anything. It was just like, something's up.
Yeah, and he would, like, your master Wilhelm would use it in a, like, teaching context. He never used it in just, like, open, friendly sparring. But he did have the ability to just land a perfect punch. And you know that was a technique you never got to, but that was part of the time sphere.
I think I would like to ask the owner of, I can't remember his name right
Iron
now.
Brian.
Iron Brian, yes, of course, I could forget. I'd love to ask Brian how often this happens.
Oh, I mean, he's in here once a week or so. He just comes in, throws his weight around, never really trains. And if there's anyone in here who'll spar them, he spars them as hard as he can and breaks limbs, whatever it takes.
Every time, does he seem to get that punch out of nowhere, or land a move?
Honestly, I've never seen anyone test him like that before. He normally just beats them up.
Okay.
But I mean, I do appreciate you seem terribly good at fighting. You should come back here again. We could use people who are able to stick up to that dreadful man.
And I look over at Terry and I say, "We'll be back soon."
Oh, great. We're gonna be back soon.
Well, this is all
That's
happening.
fantastic.
I'm just gonna peek through the window and see if I can see Karate Master.
Yeah, you can see him. He looks like he's getting ready to get on his horse.
Okay, can I like spirit sight him or anything?
Yes.
Because I want to see if there's anything like, is he getting help from spirits or something for this perfect punch, or like I'm just spying.
You're just spying, just seeing what he is in the.
But not very well. I'm clearly looking at him, and I
Yeah.
don't care if he sees me.
So you look at him with kind of in a spiritual sense, and you kind of see what he represents. Firstly, the first thing that strikes you is that this is clearly a man who has an awakened avatar.
Oh.
You can see that this is what you would consider a mage, even if he doesn't consider himself.
Right, yeah.
And secondly, you see that in the spirit world, where you can see the metaphor of the man, he is small and scared and petty.
Yeah. With a katana.
Yeah. Oh, he for sure has a lot of katanas.
Yeah.
Over the bed.
Yeah.
Over the dinner table.
Or it's just like, I think I've dated this man.
The dinner knives are mini katanas.
But he sees you as he goes, and he makes note of you, and he makes note of the fact that you have a pirate hat on, a staff with a gun on it.
Yeah, I'm like,
and all your different stuff.
I just
and
do
he's
that.
flicking him the bird.
I'm like,
And he just says, "Interesting." And then he goes, "Yeah." And his horse does nothing, and he goes, "Yeah." And he kicks it, and then it takes off. A little bit too fast. He doesn't look like he's a terribly good rider, but...
yeah, I'll say, he's definitely a mage. There's a lot going on there. I would recommend therapy before fighting to him, but I believe he just wants to fight.
Yeah. I want to relay that I detected something that I've really only detected in a high level kind of a situation, and that is using some sort of entropy control.
It's interesting because I feel like he might have not done the proper channels to learning that sort of technique, considering his spiritual size, which was very wee.
I'm just focused on
Because in the spirit world, like, Wilhelm is Wilhelm, still huge.
Wilhelm, yeah.
So I assume that this karate master isn't really a master of karate at all, but has learned it in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Which is why he's also a bully.
I would love to find a way to keep tabs on where he's going.
Okay.
Now, I could ask, or to potentially send a spirit parrot, or I could use my own correspondence. Is there a way that I can kind of keep track and follow him if I don't know where he's going? That's the thing is usually it's location based, right?
So
it's
you,
not like
you
personnel.
can, yeah. So you can, you have the ability to follow a person because you have life and correspondence.
Yeah. Because I can attune to his life force, whatever.
And the lucky thing about the fact that you guys have been fighting for quite a long time, and there was some grappling and stuff like that. You're actually you have his sweat on you.
Sure.
Which is something that happens when you spar. It's super gross.
Yeah.
But it does happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I collect it.
So if you want to do an effect on him to kind of keep tabs on him using correspondence, you can do so. That'll be 6 dice.
Yeah, I think I'd like to more or less give me a find my friends dot
Yeah.
on this guy if I can.
So if you like, you could also use your level 3 effect, and you could follow him and use co-locality perceptions to also just continue doing whatever you're doing. So you can have him picture in picture.
And I don't need to be present.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So
It's just going to affect the difficulty of it. If you just want to scry on him, it'll be a difficulty of 2. If you want, but you'll have to just concentrate on it. If you want it to be happening while you're doing things, it'll be 3.
I think I'd love to try a picture in picture.
Yeah, let's do it. So that's 6 dice.
1 paradox after the fact. 5. No paradox effects. 5 success.
So you're able to follow him for quite a while as you guys head back to the pub, and Big Terry's constantly talking to you about what he's learning.
Yeah, and I'm just glazed over, kind of like looking at the
but
screen.
You see him and you see him go through the gates into Good Town, and head off to his. He has a traditional Japanese style
Stop.
dojo that he lives in.
He lives in a dojo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course he does.
And as he walks,
Back to my dojo.
as he walks in, you see all of his students turn around and bow. And he walks up and he speaks to kind of one of his attendants and says, "I met an interesting man today. I think we could use a talent like that at home on Karate Island. And we will burden our souls
not Karate Island.
with these secrets next time on Mage of Sail." Thank you very much for watching, and thank you especially to our fun guzzler, Whitefire, who pledges on our Patreon. It's very much appreciated. If you've enjoyed the show, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And you click the little bell icon's pretty good. It's all good stuff. You know the stuff to do. Everyone says it, but if you don't say it, then no one does it. So
And if you
you
don't do
have
it-
to say it.
If you don't do it, then Patrick's going to take our magic away.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'll have to. You'll be cursed to have a full conversation with the mighty Dr. Karate.
You're gonna be trapped in your home.
So please do it, or I'm never coming back.
So, if you're really enjoying the show, please do check us out on Patreon, which is on the lower third right now. And you can even check out dogfoodstudios.com, where you can buy a fun shirt and things like that. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Is the root of the rot at the heart of mankind, sold to the man with the worst of intentions in mind. Follow the scent of the money they spent on a badge and a gun and a